How's it going, class? I'm Montel Hawkins, and today I'm going to be doing my presentation on wrongful convictions and what's getting better. So, the big question today is how many people are convicted of crimes they did not commit? Now, looking deeper into that, I've seen that 4.1% of defendants who are sentenced to death in the USA are later shown to be innocent. Guys, that's 1 in every 25 defendants who are innocent today. That shows you that there's a very large problem and it definitely needs to be addressed, but we'll get further into it. I also seen that it's probably worse in the misdemeanor courts. The reason why is because everyone pleads guilty. For example, I looked up a case. It was a man by the name of Wasili Gregory, who was charged for harassment of a police officer in Alaska. The officer wrote the report, said he was clearly intoxicated, and that Gregory tried to physically kill him. That's what it said in the report. Gregory had no choice but to plead guilty. Like I said, in misdemeanor cases, most people plead guilty. So Gregory pled guilty, but in about a year later after that, a surveillance video surfaced showing the officer handcuffed him and then repeatedly slamming him onto the pavement, which proves our wrongful conviction. About 10,000 people are convicted each year. Now, this was based on a survey of 188 judges, prosecuting attorneys, public defenders, sheriff, and police in chief in Iowa. Actually, I was looking in a survey, and 72%. It said that 72% estimated that less than 1%, but more than zero of convictions were of innocent people. That is a lot of. I mean, that's a lot, guys. Let's say 1% of a billion. I mean, guys, that is about 100 million people, guys. 100,000 or 100 million people that are wrongfully convicted yearly. It's definitely a big problem. So we look at innocent and the unheard. The register receives 4 or 5 letters a week from prisoners who claim to be innocent. They're heartbreaking. Most of the writers are probably guilty, but undoubtedly are not. But some are not. I truly believe that, a lot of people who send these letters, I mean, there's a great chance that a lot, maybe are guilty. But what about the ones who are not? For example, there was one case, a guy who sent 5 letters a day to the registry, and it said that he spent 25 years in jail. 25 years, guys, and he wrote 5 letters a day. How many letters do you think these people send before they find out that they're innocent, before getting released because of false evidence? I mean, it's pretty crazy, guys. Sometimes we have to listen out to this. We got to do better, and definitely, treat these guys as human. So, a little bit of the effects on the human being, the psychological effects that it has on the innocent people. So, let's look at during time in prison. Think about it. I mean, you're in prison serving time. It's probably unimaginable, guys. You're in prison serving time for something you did not do, and nobody's believing you for it. So, in a few cases, suicide has been the result in prison. Some cases include depressive disorder, panic disorder, and paranoid symptoms. Also, one of the big effects is trust. Trusting your country, trusting your morals, trusting what you were taught since you were a kid, and just having belief in your country, like I said. After time in prison, they suffer in PTSD, and they live in fear, guys. Lastly, comparing it to the world today, it looks like it's not getting better. Weekly, every month, new cases are arriving based upon wrongful convictions. I looked at this quick website for you guys to go ahead and glance at it real quick. It has current, up to date wrongful convictions. And with the wrongful convictions plus the wrongful arrests, I'm really scared for the future. But guys, just for a quick video, it's a guy by the name of Hurricane Carter. He has a book. Please go and watch. It's a book and a video, a movie. Please watch it. Hurricane Carter. He was a boxer and he was wrongfully convicted because his fame got up, He got known and he got hated just because of his fame. So it was pretty sad. I encourage you go ahead and watch it. But real quick for the video, guys.
I was a prize fighter. My job was to take all the hatred and skill that I could muster and send a man to his destruction. And I did that. But Reuben Hurricane Carter is no murderer. 20 years I've spent locked up in a cage, considered a danger to society. Not treated like a human being, not treated like a person. Counted 15 times a day. I served my time in a house of justice, and yet there's no justice for me.